live, I think. Let me move this down. Hello, peoples. It is Celestial Piper of Soldier of the Watch. My name's Danielle. I see Sapphire's in here. Good morning. Sunshine. And it looks like we got 3 people in. Yay. Good morning, Nightblade. Feel like I haven't talked to you in a long time. Hi, Christy. Hey, day in the life of Mike. Can I just call you Mike? How y'all doing? So, this is probably going to be a shorter show today. I always say that, and then it never is. But great, Mike. Because I don't know if you can tell, it's kind of gloomy, so we're probably going to be getting storms, and you know how that is. So I am not on my best today. So today, as you could see the title, we're going to be talking about the approaching summer and how that can be, even though a lot of us get excited for the summer because it means for some of us beaches and wonderful things like that, it also means more problems for certain people who have to deal with chronic illness. So that's what we're talking about today. I did make another song, guys. I am trying to work out some kinks, and because I love you all, I'm going to share it. I like this one. I actually played a wooden flute on it. And the other thing I wanted to mention, a couple of things, remind you guys of my Etsy shop. You don't have to buy anything, but if you share it like on your Facebook or on your Instagram or anything like that, that would help a great deal. I have 2 shops. Both links are down in the details area. That is my Raven and Dove art to wear, and that's more steampunk-ish and gear related. I have bike spoke bracelets, which are really cool, and then we have my other shop, which is Celestial Divine Design, and just like a wider range of different things, some Celtic and stuff like that. Also, I want to announce Nightblades shop. She just started it yesterday. She had it on eBay. Oh, here's the rain. It's coming down now. And she just started it on Etsy. So I have the link below as well in the details. If you can go show her some love, and you can, what's really awesome, and I know Allie, who watches my show, I haven't seen her in a while. So Allie, I miss you. I know she has gone on there and she's favorited my shop. Even that helps a lot. So if you can go on our shops and click the little heart or favorite it or whatever, that would be awesome. Sometimes that'll help get it seen a little bit more. What's tough is the competition. So like in Nightblades shop, she sells chaga soap. And she could tell you more about it if you have any questions. And there's probably about 80-something thousand different soap stores or soap shops on Etsy. So we have to have the right keywords, stuff that other people is, not using. So that way, when somebody is searching, we're going to pop up closer into the search results. That is really hard to do because you got to try to be in the mind of somebody that is searching for a particular style or whatever it is. And then, Sapphire, you were the first one in here, so I don't think you were late. Or at least you were the first one to put the comment down. But anyway, so in my situation, I do jewelry, so that makes it even more so competition. So now the good thing for Nightblade is somebody was particularly looking for chaga. That came up with 54 results. That's good. But if they're just saying soap, you know. So Nightblade is saying in our chat, she says that she'll soon have powdered chaga for coffee and tea. That's sweet. I am a customer. I bought soap from her probably about a month ago, I think, on her eBay shop. I am doing a lot of things and I'm probably stretching myself a little bit thin, but I'm so desperate to make money because I don't want all the pressure on my husband. It'd be nice for me. Like, we're surviving, you know, Papa's taking good care of us, but I'd like to be able to bring something in. Maybe it would be, you know, money, extra money. So if we want to go out to dinner or go to the movies, things like that for vacation, which we got vacation coming up in July. Our friends from New Jersey are coming to visit. They do every year. It's always fun. And one of them is named Mike. Good name, good name. But anyway, I don't want to sing the blues. And okay, so I just got a text. I hope that has to do with my business, because she said, please text me back when you get a chance. So I hope that's a ching ching. Anyway, I don't want to spend too long on this, but I wanted to let you guys know, because I know y'all love me and care. I am working on furniture. I have done stuff in my house, like the headboard and things like that. And I made that out of a door, an old door. And I've made end tables out of spools. In fact, I have a spool out here that I use to sit my feet on. And things like that. I just enjoy doing it, but I've never sold it. So I'm working on some pieces now, you know, sanding and all, but I can only do so much because it's real physical work. And then I'm like, and along with my jewelry. And as you guys know, because I think all of you or most of you are Marfugal family, so I do paint and not the typical stuff like I did for Adam, but that was a special thing. But I like to do spiritual type of art, so I may do that. I even like doing like drawing fairies and things like that as well. So I may do that and sell it on eBay. The cool thing, you know, with eBay, with selling art, is you can just do bids on it, which I'm fine, you know. So whatever it makes, it makes. If it makes $12, so be it. I made $12, you know. If it takes off on there, I know some people have gotten their names on, you know, their names out on there, like Jasmine Beckett Griffin, I think, or something like that. I've followed her for a long time. She does really, really cool looking fairy art. And it's kind of cartoonish, but it's not cartoonish. I don't know the word for it, but she's taken off on eBay. So, you know, it's just a matter of getting your name out there and so forth. And it was working for me for a while years ago, but I stopped doing it. You know, when you're working full time and trying to juggle that stuff and a family, it just doesn't work. So anyway, we'll see what happens. So let's I'm going to check out the chat before I go into the article. Let's see. My problem is when I come outside and it's not even like a super sunny day, I cannot see the screen. All right, here we go. So let's see. Oh, am I funny, Nightblade? All right, let's see here. Nightblade, you're sweet. Yeah, I put a good mask on, didn't I? Yeah, you gotta love the geo-engineered skies, Miss Christie. Probably triggered something, I'm sure. All right, let's see. So Nightblade was agreeing with Sapphire, and she says, I know how you feel. I can't work anymore in the public because of her injury, so I prayed what God would have me do for him. Then the job at, yeah, then that's great. Yeah, he always takes care of us, don't he? She said that the job at Paisley came along and it was a blessing. Yeah, see, it's funny. So, like, Nightblade learned a little bit about making soap and stuff from working there, and she may not be there now, but she learned something from there. So there's no regrets with that, because the amount of knowledge she was able to get from there to be able to start this little side business thing. Well, full business, really, not side. Oh, that's awesome, Nightblade. So Nightblade, she's just getting started and learning as she goes. She says she's also donating a percentage of the sales to help a Christian woman get her kids back. She's a Fugle fan too, isn't she? Yep, that's so true, Christy. He does care for his own. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the article. Who's excited for summer? I know I am. So, except I'm not excited about the heat. And unfortunately, I have to stay out of the sun because of my Sjogren's medication. You're not supposed to be out in the sun, which I half wonder if this like weird spot on my forehead, while I covered it up a bit, is from that, because it's kind of hard to avoid without like locking yourself up in the house and never leaving. So there's this article. Of course, I put the link down below. It's blog.cedars sine.edu. And then it's /summer/health/risks/. So Cedars Sinai or Sinai blog, common medical conditions aggravated by sun and heat. So, and this is in the detail screen. She says, summer in Southern California means barbecues, beaches, and pool time. While we all know to protect ourselves during the summer season with sunscreen and extra water, people with certain chronic conditions need to be more cautious than most. So, she says some common medical issues, even when well controlled, can flare up in the sun and heat, and not just during long days outside when it gets really hot and bright. Normal activities can pose a risk. Often people are just running to the grocery store a couple blocks away when they run into danger, says primary care physician Dr. Marvin Mina. For those with certain health conditions, that small exertion in that heat can already compromise you. So below, in which I'm going to read to you guys, it says, our experts outline a few conditions that can make you more vulnerable and ways to stay safe and healthy this summer. So migraines, they can be very agonizing headaches that can make you nauseous and sensitive to light. Dehydration can trigger a migraine, says a nurse practitioner, Fabiana said. So if you get migraines, be sure to drink extra water, which I always tell my son when he says he's getting a really bad headache. I'm like, how much water did you drink today? Or electrolyte beverages while it's hot out. During an attack, it's best to retreat in a dark, quiet room. That's the only place I can be when I get a migraine. If you have to go out, protect yourself from the brightness of the summer sun with a hat. Got tons of them. Umbrella or polarized sunglasses. I even have a special sun umbrella that I get when I do my steampunk at the Ren Fair. I gotta look silly. MS, so multiple sclerosis. I have a couple of friends that have it, and heat is terrible for them. It is the disease that affects the nervous system. Fibromyalgia actually mimics a lot of the symptoms for multiple sclerosis, causing vision problems, weakness, pain, confusion, and other symptoms. Summer can be rough. If you have MS, the worst thing of MS symptoms when your body gets overheated because of time in the sun, exercise, or hot tubs is called a toss phenomenon. SAS says even a small increase in body temperature can aggravate symptoms. So if you're a multiple sclerosis patient, stay cool. Dress in lightweight, breathable clothing, and have a plan to head indoors if symptoms get worse. Then we have autoimmune conditions like lupus and rheumatoid arthritis cause joint pain and fatigue. If you have one of these conditions, you should stay out of direct sunlight. UV rays can cause flare-ups, says Dr. Mina. So I don't have lupus or rheumatoid arthritis, but I do have Sjogren's, which is a connective tissue disease. So honestly, it says autoimmune conditions like lupus. So, and there's a whole bunch of different connective tissue diseases and stuff like that. So you definitely want to try to avoid direct sunlight as much as possible. It says stay indoors when the sun is brightest and always protect your skin with long sleeves and pants and broad spectrum 30 SPF sunscreen made from zinc or titanium dioxide. Then there's rosacea. My sister-in-law has this, and I'm sure my son does. It's a common disorder that causes redness and bumps in the complexion, especially around the nose and cheeks. Sun can irritate rosacea, causing flare-ups, and heat can dehydrate the skin, making it even worse. Dr. Rabzadeh, I think it is, Dr. Rabzadeh, echoes Dr. Mina's warning that sun is absorbed into the body even during short times outdoors that might not seem significant. It's not just when you're at the beach or the pool, it's when you're working in the garden or walking the dog, stuff you probably wouldn't think of, People get the most sun during routine activities. So true. I was out a few years ago weed eating, and I wasn't out very long, and my face was red, my shoulders were red. So another one that's important to think of, my husband, if it is extremely humid, super hot, or super, super cold, his asthma, which he has pretty bad asthma, is triggered completely. And now my son, he has exercise induced, but like the heat and stuff and the real cold affects him as well. COPD, which my mom has, lung cancer. These are all conditions that make it harder to breathe. So if you have a lung condition, you might report more symptoms during the summer, probably because an increase in wildfires. That's like people who are more susceptible. We don't really, well, we had stuff close in Tennessee and all, but wildfires affects the air quality. More fires mean dirtier air, which irritates lungs. In the summer, the environment gets less friendly for people with respiratory illness. So try to stay indoors during fire season, especially when you're exercising. So the individual, Sally, that did this article lives in California. So I think we know that they had to deal with a lot of that. So that stinks. Let me come back over here to you guys. See how you're all doing. Hey, B. So Sapphire, think of it. I don't know if you saw my comment on Wednesdays at the end of the stream, but you had said something about you wishing to be able to go live like this. Well, I used to be able to go live on my phone, but then they changed it to 1,000 subs before you can do that. If you have a computer, you can go live on your computer. That's how I go live. We just can't until we reach 1,000 subs to go live on our phone. So that kind of stinks if we're out and about and we want to share something. Just got to love that. And my numbers keep going down because they don't want me to get there. So, because I was 550 something and now I'm under it. Anyway, let me just look at your comments and see if there's any questions or anything. Hey, Danielle, how you doing? We share a name. Yeah, Fugal Fam is awesome. And majority of my subscribers is from Adam for giving me shout outs. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, B, you have MS. So that, like, I know how hard the heat is on people with multiple sclerosis. It's a nightmare. Humidity is like the worst. I mean, it's one thing to have dry heat, but like humidity is what makes it like terrible. Let's see here. Howdy from Texas. I have never been to Texas. This is one place I would love to visit. Right there. So B says, keep the neck cooling thing on. She wears it as a headband all summer. Yeah, it's a great idea. Honestly, because, you know, even though I don't have MS, at least I haven't been diagnosed with it. I have to do similar stuff. So a lot of times I'll have like a wet rag or something like that because I don't handle the heat too well. Don't handle the cold too well, and I don't handle the heat too well. I swell up. Plenty of water is definitely important. And that is correct, Sapphire Blue. The humidity can be horrible on the East Coast unless you're by the water. Yeah, and when I sweat, it's just like this trickle right down my back, and it just feels awful. Let's see. Yeah, so B, make sure you wear a good hat to cover yourself when you're out gardening and stuff. This I see some people do that when they're out gardening, but I see a lot of people that don't either, and it's so important. I mean, for anybody, not even somebody with, you know, chronic illness. Why this is giving me a hard time. I'm trying to scroll your comments so I see them all, and they're just like going the wrong direction. Now, I love the sun too, but it affects my eyes because of the Sjogren's, and on top of it all, I have astigmatism, so like major glare, and especially at nighttime. Nightblades say, good morning to spousal unit. Let's see here. Yes, and that's true. Nightblade says we do need to be cautious of the sun because it's changed. It's burning differently. Plus, solar UV getting through is very dangerous. Yeah, like I got this patch like right here, and it's like a clump of freckles, but it's weird. So, and I think I got it last year. So I don't know if it's because of my medication, but I wear hats. I wear shirts. You guys seen one video when I did in my hot tub, and I'm wearing a surfing shirt. I cover myself and I load with sunblock and I stay under an umbrella, where I used to, you know, try to tan and stuff, which is a joke being I'm mostly Irish. But When I was a kid, I tanned, but the sun was so much different when I was a kid. And I did stupid stuff when I was a kid, like put baby oil on. Let's see here. Nightblade says she's born in El Paso. Well, see, I'm born, Danielle, in New Jersey and South Jersey, like close to Philly. And I've lived here in North Carolina for about 11 years. I love it here. I will not go back to Jersey, no matter how much you pay me. You hear these birds? They're just going crazy. I love that sound, though. It's really neat. And then Sapphire says, oh, Christy, I love you too. She says, love all with a heart. My heart, I tell you, it just gets so much bigger and bigger, just swelling with love for you all and just everybody in general. It's like the more I pray about it, I ask to have his heart, and never fails. I do. I mean, it's like where I would in my flesh not be able to love somebody, in my spirit I'm like, that's so important right now. That is like the best weapon you could ever have, and I mean that in a good way, is love. Danielle says everyone did the baby oil thing as a youngin'. Is so true. And B says she wants out of California. I don't blame you there. I've heard that before. Danielle says Texas is God's country. Well, I'll tell you what. I like that show with Joanna and Chip. What is it? Fixer Upper. And they're out in Texas. And when they like show different scenes and stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Now, granted, Texas is huge. They're only in one area of it. Oh, Christy, we love you too. And I love you big time. And know that I'm always praying for every single one of you and your family. There's a family in Indiana, B says, that wants to rescue her and her family from that state, from California. Christy says she's in Indiana, and so far they're not being pummeled as many are. That sounds like the state to go to. Let's all go. Danielle says she's in farming country. I absolutely love that. We used to be, and it's grown so much around here, it's starting to look more like Jersey. Us darn infiltrators moving here. That's what it is. Danielle says flat, windy, but home there in Texas. B says the Carolinas are gorgeous. I do love North Carolina. I tell you what, when we have real clouds in the sky, they are the most puffiest clouds ever. And when I would go to New Jersey, they would be like smog. I mean, it's not even real clouds. B says she misses Indiana. And Christy says she has a daughter and 3 grands in Texas. Oh, you must miss them so much. Well, I hate to run on you guys, but my mother, Nightblade, just kidding, said to make it short today since I'm feeling pretty bad. And I am putting a pretty good mask on, but don't we all do that with chronic illness? So I'm going to leave you guys a little early today. Please know I love you. I have a couple ideas for the next couple shows. Hope you guys will like that. I do want to get Grant on here, and I also want to get my Crohn's chick over here, Sharni. So I have no idea how to use Hangouts. That's what she usually uses when doing a show. I have no clue. So I'm thinking she's probably uses her phone, and the setup for YouTube with the phone is so much different than the setup on a Chromebook or a computer. I do want to remind you guys to please hit that like button. As of right now, I got 7 people watching, but I got 4 likes. If you don't know this, for my other YouTubers on here that do understand, like Sapphire and Mike, we need those likes because it's the likes that that help our channel. And of course the subscribers. And so until we get over that 1,000 mark, there's not much you can do. After the 1,000 mark, like Marfugal, Adam says, it helps the channel a heck of a lot. So if you guys can share me around anybody you know that they would benefit from our show, that would be great. And I did say our show because this is not just me. This is all of us. Okay. This is a team. And you guys help me a great deal, you know, just as much as I help you guys. At least I hope I am. So I guess that's it because I'm starting to run my mouth again. All right. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. I'm hoping you guys are notified. And that is it for now. Look forward to seeing you guys again. Absolutely love you. Big, 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 big hearts to you all. Don't forget to check out our Etsy shops, and much love to you all. Have a wonderful and blessed weekend. All right. Peace out. Love you much, Danielle, Celestial Piper, Soldier of the Watch. Mwah.